ladies and gentlemen, first day of WrestleCade. It is Friday, so that means it is a good day. We are here, we are alive, but it wouldn't be quite the same if it wasn't with the homicidal, suicidal, and genocidal Sabu. How are you doing today, my good sir?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. He said pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. So first things first, I gotta get straight into it, man. We gotta have a quick conversation about this. So when you were first starting out, right, and you were being trained by obviously the Sheik, what did it mean to be able to be trained by the Sheik and take his lessons going into your early career?
It was an honor because one reason. He made me set the ring up and tear the ring down every day and every night and not train in it for 7 months. And I never asked why. After 7 months, he said I earned it. So I earned to be trained. It wasn't given to me. Even training isn't given. You know, if someone's going to train you with their heart, that's something you got to earn. If he's wanting to train you, doesn't give you the basics. He could have given me the basics, but he didn't. He trained me with his heart, but I proved that I had heart. You know? But anyways, it was an honor. You know, even though he was my uncle, and I knew him as my uncle, it was still, I'm thinking, the Sheik is telling me what to do. And he's telling me I'm doing it wrong. He never gave me a compliment. But I knew,
You knew he meant well.
Yeah. And I had tough skin, so I didn't want a compliment. I wanted someone to tell me what I did wrong, not to fix it. Don't pat me on the back for something I did good. When I did good, okay, boom, next. Something else good. You know.
So let's talk about how important that heart and that work ethic is. So was there a moment in your early training days where you almost broke? You almost gave up on yourself?
No, but there was spots of coming up where I was saying, "Fuck," you know. When am I going to get a break? You know, what do I got to do? Like, I could visualize it before that. That there'd be times where I was saying, "Man, I don't think it's going to happen," but I'm not going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to look like a fool, so I'll be the best guy that never made it. You know.
Yeah.
So, and I always hold my shit. I went over to all the basics every day. But if I was by myself, I imagined the basics. I wrestle ghost. But I did that every day, even when I wasn't doing it, even when I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
You know? Sitting on the floor in my living room after wrestling my dog. You know? And when I was a kid, I was always gearing myself or preparing myself to be a wrestler. So when I got into junior high, I wrestled amateur. And I was thinking, amateur wrestling is fake, you know. but I was wrestling amateur to learn to be a professional.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have to learn how to read. I didn't have to count. You know, I didn't know computers. I'm a wrestler. You know?
Yeah.
You know, all I got to do is count money. You know?
So you knew it was in you the whole time. You were like, I'm doing this.
There was no doubt. Even if I didn't make it, I'll be the best guy that didn't make it.
Yeah.
I'd never give up. You know, I always said, I'd do whatever it takes, within reason. You know, I wouldn't, nothing gross, but I'll do whatever it takes. 10 miles, 20 miles, whatever. You give me it, I'll take it. If you think that's what I need to be a better wrestler, I'll take it.
Okay, so you seem like a self-starter, but was there anybody in that early phase that they were motivating you? They were rallying around?
No, I didn't need it. My brothers would kick my ass, but they weren't into wrestling like I was.
Yeah.
Just now and then they'd wrestle back with me and mostly double team me and kick my ass. They used to kick my ass almost every time I fought them until 10th grade.
10th grade.
And I beat them both at the same time.
Same time?
Same time. And they never touched me again.
Was it a double leg and a ground and pound?
No,
what was it? Oh, just straight knockout.
Knocked them both out. Two. I knocked one brother up, boom, boom, boom. He falls down. I felt bad. My other brother punched me in the stomach. Ooh. I went at him, boom, boom, boom. He went down. My other brother gets up. He came at me again. I said, stay down, boom. He stayed down. My other brother got up, boom. And he stayed down.
Sabu, the match producer, coming soon.
They never touched me again.
They never touched you again. Never again. After that, it was over, guys.
But they taught me that. They beat it in me for 15 years. 10th grade stuff.
You definitely got tough skin. 15 years?
Yeah.
Oh man.
The time was right. I took it to them. And they go, where'd you get that? I said, you taught me that.
Yeah. You'll never do it again. Ever again. Now, what is an intangible right now in modern wrestling? Obviously, you wrestled in a completely different time where things were a little more realistic. I mean, let's be honest, guys. This is a man that takes his craft very
Different
seriously.
time. It wasn't that long ago.
Nah, I mean, look at how things have changed. I mean, for example,
but it really
we're doing this
hasn't
on a
changed that
phone.
much. It hasn't changed that much. They've perfected it different. You know,
Okay.
You know, the thing what I say, I'm not bitter about saying. I'm not saying no, the guys don't know what they're doing today. They're great, but they misinterpret my bumps. You know, when they break a table, they're just doing it for the crash. If you watch it, I set up that table 5 minutes, 10 minutes before that.
That is true.
You know, where you forget about it, tease it, forget about it, tease it, forget about it, bam. And that's more than breaking 10 tables.
Yeah.
After one or two tables, that's kind of, you know.
So you spoke about the importance of making sure that people know that, hey, this is coming, but I'm going to build up to it.
To make it a part of wrestling. They build, you know, table on top of each other. That's not really a part of wrestling. How can you do that in a wrestling match? Now, even in an Olympic match, I could throw a guy through a table.
Yeah.
Just have I could do that. It's possible. You know, but in an Olympic match, you cannot stack a couple of tables, climb something, and jump out. That's a stunt.
Yeah.
Movies. I'm not a stuntman. I'm not a stuntman or an actor. And today, wrestlers, you know, I'm not bitter. I'm cool. They're stuntmen and actors. They have to remember lines, remember scripts. I mean, and sometimes lines when they do promos. Like John Cena, those guys, they have to cut a promo exactly the way the script is, and act like it's their words.
Line for line.
I couldn't do that. They weren't my words. I'm not an actor. So I'm a wrestler. So the thing is with pro wrestling, the first thing is supposed to be you're a wrestler.
Absolutely.
If you're a good wrestler, then you get to be a superstar. You know, first you're a good wrestler. And WWE, thank God they pay, but they're not wrestlers no more. They're stuntmen and actors. And I can't act, and I'm not going to do a stunt unless $10,000.
So how important is realism in pro wrestling to you? Because it feels like a lost art.
People still know it. They know it's a work. They still want to believe.
Of course.
Or be surprised.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming. Or that was a sweet thing.
Of course.
Not like, oh man, that was sick. You can see that.
Yeah, because I mean that is a weakness of wrestling.
But the people are artful. They go, oh man, that's great. These guys are great. They did that great bump. But really, that's not the art. That's a stunt. Like even like GCW. I love those guys. But the table, I mean the door and the chairs. How could you really make that a part? Why would you make that a part of your wrestling match? Why? How would you build a table? Really, if you throw a guy through a table, it does nothing, really. I did it, threw a guy through a table because it was outside the ring.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 I'm going crazy, put him on the table. Here I come, boom.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute, the chip to the chair on there. Sometimes it got that way.
Yeah.
But it was like after the table matches and stuff like that.
Of course.
But it first started out, it was a ringside table. It was there. I didn't plan it. And for the first couple of years, I always had it that way. And then they lost that and started putting it under the ring. Now it's a prop.
True.
If it's under the ring, that is not what I was doing. I did not pull a table out and say, haha, I got a loaded gun. We took a table. 100-pound table, and I can't hit you with it. I can throw you through it, but why?
What does it mean?
Why would I throw him to the table? I threw him to the table because he's on the table outside the ring because the table was there.
Yeah.
So
happenstance, like it just so happens to be there.
Yeah. That makes it real. Now, I got carried away because they wanted to see it every night. So after I would like put him to the table like accidentally after the match, I'd do a moonsault. So it looked like I was crazy, and that was an accident. It didn't happen every night, but it did. They said I did it different every night, different.
So we talked about identities off camera, ladies and gentlemen, what it means for not only wrestlers to have identities, but promotions to have identities. What would you say is a good identity for a professional wrestling promotion in modern times?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not an armchair quarterback. I don't like to say it. I know what's right and wrong. I'm not a guy like that. I don't know. I always said WWE sucks, but sucks make a lot of money. What can I say?
They do.
The object is, the goal is to have a job and make money, provide. But I didn't care about the money. I did it because I put that first, which was wrong. Cool if you look at the like artistic way. Bad if you look at financial way. You know what I mean? There's guys way less talented making tons more money, and they learned their shit from me.
I'm gonna keep that to myself.
They got that shit from me. Not that most of them, they didn't know what fucking wrestling was.
He's not lying. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So, do you feel like
even those guys would say early on, you can't get away with that? And I did. So they did.
Is that an issue with training, or like, what do you think that's an issue with, or why these guys aren't learning the business quick enough? Do you think they not love it?
Because the business now is remembering the script. It's not learning everything about wrestling. The survival. They're learning enough to get through a script. Now they train and all that. And those guys were very very good. Yes, but what they really want, which I couldn't give them, was somebody who could read that script. They came to me twice, more than twice. Twice was very important, and I couldn't do it. I can't do it. For one, I refuse, and two, I can't do it.
Just can't do it.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. They're having me say words. Well, anything I would say, and I'm supposed to get emotional about it. I can't do that. I'm not an actor. That ain't what brought me to the dance, not my verbiage.
Now, tell me one person right now that you think currently has it. Like when you see them, you go, there's a person that has that intangible quality.
A lot of guys do. It's hard to pinpoint one, and I don't want to favoritism. I always think Finn Balor. But then they programmed him to be one of them. Nothing against it. Nothing personal, but he's not the same.
So you think he had that intangible, that time, and that like we talked about with Mike Tyson and
heavyweight. I could see when things didn't go right, it didn't bother him. Same with me. When things didn't go right, that's my best stuff.
Okay.
When I pointed at the lights, that wasn't a predetermined thing.
Yeah.
My hair hit the lights, and I go, bam, that took off. And then I kept, then I did like Chicken Little, sky's falling.
Yeah.
It just hit me on the head. And, whatever I point at, that's what did it,
So everybody, I'm sure, because your legacy is so great, talks to you about ECW, but I want to bring up something. What was your take on NXT running 2300 Arena? Well, as we know, ECW Arena. How did you feel about that when you saw that announcement?
I thought it was lame. Even though it was a good show and good wrestling like that, it was lame for like a nostalgia ECW thing.
Mm-hmm.
The building don't look the same. It's not the same. It's not really a reunion or a top-notch thing without me or Sandman. Both of us, yes.
True.
One or the other, it's kind of a must, I think.
So you feel like that is the necessary tools to have a proper ECW reunion. Now,
one passable, it's like the proper dream for everybody there. But if they don't have me or Sandman, it's not really proper.
Now, does it need Paul?
Well, Paul, Paul, but he's a cock. No, I like Paul. Yeah, Paul. But what can I say? Okay, me, Paul, or Sandman. Or if all three of us, I think that would be it.
But WWE's so safe now, man. I don't think they can handle you a Sandman right now.
Just for that night.
Just for that night. Okay, I got
you. Van Damme instead of running, I could have run in and save Van Damme or save something, whatever. I don't have to be on the contract.
That would have been nice.
And it would have been a great pop. When the lights went out, people thought it was me. It was Rhino.
When the lights went out, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna see him pointing." And then when I saw Rhino, I was like, "Okay, but it's no Sabu." You know what I mean? I'm like, somebody's gonna get lit on fire. It's gonna be great.
I
but
thought
no.
that was something with the lights out.
Yeah. So when it comes to protecting your gimmick,
I'm not there.
When it comes to protecting your gimmick and how special that is to you, especially because of who inspired it, right? What does it mean today to look back on your career and go, I made the person that brought me into this proud? What does that mean to you?
It's cool. If you look at it like pat myself on the back type of thing. But if you really look at it, the goal was to make money.
Yeah.
But that wasn't mine.
So when it comes to objectives in pro wrestling, and then I'm gonna give you one more after this, but like when it comes to objectives in pro wrestling, do you feel like a lot of these wrestlers look ahead too soon? Like they kind of go, I want to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and when they get an injury or something, stub their toe, they take 3 months off and pay all that shit. I never did that. For one, it's just not me, and two, I wouldn't want to interrupt what was going on in business. Business always came first. So I'd get criticized. Yeah, you get hurt all the time. You never miss a match. I get hurt, I still do my job.
Yeah.
And I'm only reckless to myself, mostly reckless to myself.
Of course.
Like when I wrestled John Cena, I go, man, don't worry. I said, I'll kill myself before I kill you. He goes, yeah, I heard that. And then we did that table thing. I gave him black eye.
That was one night stand. Oh,
no, yeah. The Raw thing.
Oh, the Raw thing. Right. I forgot about that. Yeah, no, he went against Van Damme in a one night stand. Yeah. So looking back at ECW, everybody talks about it, and I said that before, but like, how do you want people to look back on ECW? Like if you had the control over the narrative, how do you want people to look back on ECW and its legacy?
I don't know. I don't think like that because it's whatever they say, whatever they think. I was a part of it, so it's kind of cheating saying you like something or you know something. I never. Malcolm said to me, never tell anybody you're great. If you're truly great, they'll tell you. So ECW, you tell me what you think. And that's what I'll say. Do I agree? Yes, mostly yes.
Yeah.
Because it's whatever you think it was. If that's what makes you happy, that's what draws you to it, and that's what you see. That's it.
That's what it was all about. Okay, I'm sorry. One more.
Like I was telling you about the watch. They go to Rolex.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. They see it iced out, and he said they're gonna assume it's fake, but I'm like, ain't nothing fake about this right here. So, all right, I know people want to hear this, and I'm sure you probably told it before, but give me your favorite ECW story involving you or anyone else.
Story, like real story or
real life?
Real life. Yeah, but I can't tell those.
Oh, yes. Oh, this ain't a PG platform.
These guys are still alive and they're married. The paramedic was a really nice woman from England, and her husband and them were the damage control.
Mm-hmm.
Came every week, very nice looking people, clean. One night they partied with us, and she never went home. She turned into a crack person, crack woman.
Crack woman.
Yeah.
That's a superhero for something.
It's not a funny story. That's what you mean?
No.
But she went from night to day. She went from with an English accent to a ghetto accent.
Wow.
Fucking all the boys. And then after the boys didn't want to fuck her no more, she went on the street. I don't know if she ever went back. And she ended up, she was smoking crack and never stopped.
Are you serious?
Yep. Boom. First time she ever hit it, boom. Like everybody did it that night, even her husband. But like I said, she never went back.
Yeah. She just stayed on the ball. Wow.
She stayed right there.
Oh my goodness.
That was sick. I don't know what happened to him now, but that's a good story.
Well, God bless you wherever you are.
When I went to check in the room. Tommy Rich and Tracy's mother checked in the room, and there was a chalk outline and a blood spot. And they didn't want the room, so I took it.
Oh, you had the chalk outline room?
Oh, that was cool.
Where was this again?
The Travel Lodge in Philadelphia.
Oh my goodness! Shouts out to Philly with the chalk outline and the Travel Lodge.
It was faded like it was there for a long time.
Yeah.
But I said, man, that's sweet.
That just added some decoration to the room.
Yeah.
A Sabu decorated room with a chalk outline.
You know who stayed in my room? Mustafa from the Gangsters.
Oh no. Oh my goodness.
He didn't mind either. That's probably he probably put that there. Mustafa,
man. Oh my goodness. He was attached to one of the greatest men to ever touch the business, in my opinion, because he spoke his mind in New Jack. Man, you got me talking now. Like New Jack, talk to me about him, man.
I always got along with him. He never he bullied other people. He never bullied me. He talked shit to other people. He never talked shit to me. So what can I say? And one time he was mad at the whole dressing room. He goes, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Not you, Sabu. Fuck you, fuck you. And I go, okay, I got you back.
We're here.
But, when he got mad, he voiced it. And he's one mad. He's calling out the whole dressing room.
Yeah.
But, his attitude, his charisma.
Yeah. Imagine everybody getting told, fuck you in the locker room, and this guy's just like, not you. You're fine.
I went, What do you want? If everybody's mad at him, I can't be mad.
You just looked around at everybody like, I don't know what happened. He likes me. I don't know.
But we're cool. We're always cool. You know?
That's good. That's good.
Like other people got like a bad rap about him. I don't, but I seen him do something.
Of course.
Being bullied to other people, but never me.
Cool. And who do you hold the most fondest memories with in ECW? Like, who's a person that you look back on and you go, this is somebody I respect in the business and in real life forever?
Oh, Van Dam.
Van Dam?
Yes, definitely. Definitely, yeah. I still talk to him almost every day now.
Really?
I talk to him every day the last 2 weeks.
Wow.
Ever since he did more than 2 weeks. Ever since he did the arena show NXT.
Yeah.
Because he was hurt, so he couldn't wrestle.
Well, you should have told him to do that. You wanted to do that run-in for him.
No, yeah.
You communicate like, hey, man, look, New Jack didn't say fuck me. I want to do this run-in.
If you don't say fuck me, then not fuck you too, man.
That's the best goodwill. New Jack didn't say fuck me.
So if he doesn't say fuck me, no fuck Van Dam.
Yeah. But I'm glad that you respect somebody like Van Dam because we've actually had the pleasure of interviewing him and talking to him.
Now that's kind of cheating because he's my brother. I bring him in the business, or I book him in. So besides him,
okay, I didn't know anything about that.
Besides him would be Terry Funk.
Terry Funk.
Yeah. He was my wife's godfather. My wife was Japanese, but he was her godfather because he was always in Japan. He was like a nephew to my uncle, and I'm like a nephew to him. I'm a nephew to my uncle too, but Terry was like young enough to my uncle helped break him in. When Terry was 15, my uncle was down in Florida, Texas, wrestling for Dory Funk Sr. And one of my uncle's learning thing to go to the next level, he had to teach Terry the road when he was 15, before he was a wrestler, when he was in high school.
Of course.
So years later, it's me and Terry Funk, you know.
I'm pretty sure he has a lot of Uncle Terry stories. Uncle Terry, not just Terry Funk.
Terry, he was the first guy of his caliber to let me do my shit.
Oh,
the first guy that when I was doing my shit, I could only do it to young guys who willing to take it. Yeah. But it wasn't stiff, but it looked stiff.
Of course.
So everybody said, "You ain't doing that shit with me," especially a little bit older. My age and older guys wouldn't take it. Terry goes, "You can do that shit with me." I said, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, do it." He goes, "What are you gonna do?" I said, "I don't know." So the first match we had, I couldn't think of what to do because I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't think he was gonna take it. And the moonsault, I said, "Stay here, catch me." And the moonsault, he did a thing, reverse splash out of the ring, something he's never done, and stuff people's never seen. At the time.
I'm sure that meant a lot because, I mean, you needed that at the time.
He always gives me credit for giving him 10 more years. Actually, it was more than 10.
More than 10, yeah.
Yeah, he wrestled for a long time after that.
No, like
he retired when he was 38 and came back when he was like, 40.
Oh, he wrestled a long time. Seeing that longevity, is that something that inspires you?
Yeah. Well, see, he went from being a scientific mat wrestler to the hardcore wrestler. Now, hardcore wrestling is easier because you can use objects to wrestle up. Now, it's harder on your body, kinda, but it's easier. You can get away with it. You just have to take the punishment.
Of course. Yeah, Terry was really great at storytelling.
Oh yeah, he was fantastic, and most of it was in the ring. We didn't call it.
What?
Yeah, because we don't know how we're going to feel during the match. And Terry gets emotional. He'll start crying and really feel it. And that makes whatever he does next what he does.
So he feels it in the ring. He feels it out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it used to be a good wrestler was judged on how he reacted on his feet. You got to feel the people. If they want more, you give more. If they want less, you hold back. You judge it as you go. Now it's like it's a script. You just got to follow the script, no matter how they react.
Yeah, that's something that's missing, guys.
And
talked about
the wrestling's good because everybody doing
it's coordinated.
Yeah, it's choreographed. And but there's no fun there. But it don't have to be fun. It's work, right?
No, it takes the fun out of it.
But if it's fun and it's work, that's God's smiling.
Yeah, so I mean, you brought up Terry Funk. If you were running a wrestling school, whose tapes would you show to your students?
Like Dynamite and
that's a great first choice.
Like Briscoe's, that kind of wrestling. I show them all types. Not just one style. I learned every style. Mexican style. First I was for first 5 years. I was just a first match guy. I only wrestled stayed in the ring, never went out, went to the top rope maybe once a match, and lost. And I just did regular wrestling, drop kicks, arm drags, regular boring stuff. And then for 5 years, after I was good at that, that's when I got to do more.
Yeah.
But that was first. I had to be a wrestler first. Even though I was a wrestler from high school, I wasn't the caliber of wrestler to be, to make it. Yeah.
Yeah, the first time he went over was against his brothers.
From other guys.
His brothers was his first win in wrestling.
To get respect from guys like Terry Funk, you have to know that stuff.
Yes, of course.
He would know that.
Okay, so yeah, he demanded that of you. When you got in that ring with him, he wanted to know that you knew what you were doing.
When I first wrestled him, yeah, he tried to wrestle me. See if I could wrestle him back, and I did. And no problem.
That's really cool, man. That's really cool. So let's get you out here on this note. If you had to say one thing right now to the camera in regards to not just your career, but as a person, what would you tell a young wrestler right now that wants to work the Sabu style and grow within it?
There is no Sabu style no more. There's Sabu spots, but if they want to mimic me or pattern himself after me,
yeah,
I don't know, because they could talk to him, he'd be silly then. He'd know the whole gimmick if he talked. I don't know, I don't want to give him bad advice. Sometimes I'll give advice, but it's not intentionally bad.
Of course.
And so I wouldn't want to, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, Sabu knows how to give good advice.
Like when someone asks me, you got any tips? No, because if the tip is, it's going to take a week for me to give it to you.
Yeah.
I can't do it in one day. That's the tip. Otherwise I'm wasting my time, wasting your time. Whatever I tell you right now, you're not going to do it.
Oh, you think they won't retain it?
I don't think so. If I sat with them for a couple of days or hours, more than a day, I'd say, then they would learn. They would have it. If it was less than that, they'd just go through the motions and forget it. And only remember the stuff that was fun.
Yeah, attention span is let me just flip.
Yeah. Not how you got there make it make sense and all that shit.
No, so that's
a moonsault is easy.
Yeah.
It used to be out of this world, but it's easy. But making that moonsault means something. So when I did it, it wasn't just a moonsault. It was I struggled to get it. I trip and fall, and then hit it. So I earned that moonsault.
Yes, you did.
Boom, yeah, you got it. Instead of you just did a beautiful move.
Yeah.
It's not even wrestling, it's gymnastics.
So, oh man, I got to get controversial.
I got to get out of here.
Yeah, I was going to say one last one. So does that mean you're not a fan of let's say a Will Ospreay style?
Sorry to say no, I'm not a fan of it. No, he's a great worker and a good gymnast and all that stuff, but I don't like watching him. He's too many flips, too many choreographs. Everything is where it has to be choreographed. Some things, I don't know. I like not choreographed, but his stuff is just too choreographed. Backflips over the rope all the time. That's all gymnast stuff. Yeah. That's okay, but as a regular day, no. And for me would I want to watch that? No, I'd want to see a wrestler.
Yeah, get down on the mat, get in that work. Okay, chain wrestling.
No, he can wrestle. I've seen him in England one time when he was real skinny. I've met him before, but he was killing it then. Not saying what you're killing the business by doing too much.
Okay. Well, guys, we don't want to hold him up any longer. He has had a long.
But I like Will Ospreay. I still want to wrestle. I don't like watching him.
But I would have loved to see, Sabu and ECW wrestling Will Ospreay. I would have loved to see that.
I couldn't keep up. He's doing too many flips. That's the thing.
Slow down.
Yeah, like I was telling you earlier, main event wrestlers, they don't go 100 miles an hour.
No doubt. So, guys, yeah, he did his thing today, man. He's rocking it. I know he's ready to go do whatever it is he wants to do. So I'm not going to hold him up any longer, man. So we're going to go ahead and get up out of here, man. It's your boy, Mr. Starks and Sabu. We out.